Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast for Monday. It's Valentine's Day going on today. Day after the Super Bowl, and I saw it's also National Poop Day.
Day?
Yeah, so is everybody here already celebrated? Okay. I'm like, what? National Poop Day? You gotta have a day for that?
Now they're just making stuff up.
They really are. When you get to National Poop Day, you realize. And why would you put Poop Day on Valentine's Day? It just seems like bad timing.
And stop competing with multiple holidays. It's confusing. If you want to really stick, if you want National Poop Day to stick, put it on Wednesday.
But everybody wants their day. So every day now there's something, you know.
You're right.
So they always do that. So I think now the calendar, there's just no free day.
We have to double up now because there's so many.
Yeah.
Bird, you need to do me a favor. Tell the juicy daddy I said Happy Valentine's Day.
I will. I'll tell him just like you said it.
Yeah, drop it down in the key of sexy.
Yeah.
Just like this.
Hot.
Yeah. Hey, juicy daddy, Happy Valentine's Day.
I'll drop it in the key of drunkard.
Yeah.
I spilled my fucking drink. It's going into
Denny's!
the console.
Clean
and
up!
Not a fucking
Aisle 2.
You on Mucinex too?
Mine's a little stronger.
All we have is like Clorox wipes. Okay, do not touch your face.
Look, that's not my. Denny's is the one that likes to give me these when I'm blinded by something. Hey, Bird, here's for your face. Clorox wipe.
And make it all better. You feel better. Just wipe your face off.
They're already wet. How are they going to absorb that?
Because I'm working with bullshit right now, dog. You're right.
Here, TP.
Oh, jeez.
That'll help.
Yeah, okay. Whatever you can get there.
It's National Poop Day. Use TP.
Sorry, Kev, as you were.
Yeah, it seems like a good time to do it.
This isn't distracting to you, is it, Kev?
No, it's all right. Well,
Well,
we're ready to go. We're ready to go.
Wouldn't make a big deal, but it's going into the equipment.
Oh.
We're good. We're good.
Okay. All right, here we go. Reboot. Got some emails here. Pamela had said, yeah, no Super Bowl in our house. The husband and I went to a Bjrk concert with an orchestra at the Adrian Arce Center, and it was an amazing experience. I've loved her forever, and this is my first chance to see her live. She did not disappoint, loved every second of it. Yeah, because we had asked last night. You know, you think that every single person in the world, and, you know, according to the stats, 70% of Americans watched the Super Bowl last night. I mean, that's still 30% of people that did not.
You ever see that clip where Bjork's walking out of the airport and some woman tries to interview her, puts a microphone in her face, and Bjork goes fucking berserk on her. I mean,
Does she?
berserk. You guys got to check out that clip. We haven't seen it.
Yeah, she's odd. She's and on top of it, I don't know what she's like from a Scandinavian country. So she's always been very interesting. If you don't know who she is, back in the mid-'90s, she was an alternative artist. She had Big Time, Sensuality, Army of Me was another one of her songs. I used to love Bjork. She had a couple songs like that were big alternative hits, but it's been a while.
I think she was like too cool for me. I don't know. I never got it.
She was just, when it comes to alternative, you've got the really weird alternative. Alternative goes everywhere from, oh man, we just missed the pop charts, to it's pretty normal and it sounds, RMF will pick up some of the alternative stuff, and then you've got just odd stuff like people are banging on pans and kazoos, and
they suck. So what they say is we're alternative.
When you suck, that's what you call it.
Yes. That's kind of it. So and then you got alternative has everything from like really hard rock too that just doesn't fit right. I always have this problem. So I got an alternative playlist. I'm like, that song's not really alternative because you're hearing a lot of weird and poppy sounding songs. Also, and you're like, what the
I get
Just doesn't
painted
fit.
with the brush of always listening to the soft ballads of the 70s and 80s, which I do love, but probably not my favorite genre. My favorite genre is probably that adult alternative category that me and you cross over on, Kev.
Yeah.
Where it sounds like kind of a pop song, but
Yeah.
it's not what's being played. It's almost kind of songs from back in the day when we grew up that are still being made today.
You'll hear, I like the ones with either a lot of like acoustic guitar
Yeah.
or some synthesizers in there. That's why I like the Killers and
they're making old school music in modern day time.
Yeah, I mean, there's still good music being made with creativity. So that's pretty much where you find it. But yeah, there's a couple artists that doing some shows. In fact, I don't know if you knew, but maybe if you don't have Valentine's Day plans, Rod Stewart is playing tonight, tomorrow at the Hard Rock Live. So
Ooh.
I'd rather have Virginia Speedbag me and my nards than go see that.
Yeah.
Nothing against Rod.
yeah,
I can set up that speed bag bit.
I know.
okay.
I know you could. Well, she invited me to the Feast of Little Italy, or is it the Feast? Is it? That's what.
This one is the taste
Taste.
of Little Italy this weekend at Tradition in Port St. Lucie.
Last time I went to the Taste in Port St. Lucie, I was a few minutes late, and Virginia was all ready to go, and we had the lasagna thing going on, and she had them in stitches. She was fucking zinging me left and right.
Fun.
People are asking
Yeah.
if I'm going this year. No, I'm gonna miss.
You're gonna miss that one.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
Who will I do a cook-off against?
You gotta get another fucking.
Yeah, find another clown.
Find another punching bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see other stuff going on. We pretty much covered most of the Super Bowl chat. If you listen to the regular show, you'll hear our thoughts on everything from the halftime show and the commercials and the game and all that kind of good stuff. So I think we pretty much did that all there.
What time did Kevin Ralston go to bed?
I was watching intently through the halftime show, and then my wife kept the game on. I don't sleep well when the TV's on, so I closed my eyes pretty much in the second half, but she finally turned off the TV, and I was aware of when the Bengals went for it on fourth down and didn't get it. And like, okay. So then she's like, okay, we knew what the outcome was going to be and turned it off. But it was all good. It's very enjoyable. We had gone many years where the Super Bowl games weren't very entertaining or very good, so that was the difference. Did you guys watch anything else other than the Super Bowl this weekend? Any other binge watching? I finally got into and watched Peacemaker, because remember one day I'd read it was the most streamed show on any platform. I'm like, what the hell is that? It was John Cena. It comes from the whole Suicide Squad, and my son and I had watched a lot of that movie, but for some reason I don't think we even finished it. So he's a character from that.
Okay.
And it kind of carried over. And then, what's his name? Gunn, something Gunn. He does the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He had done it. And so I was aware of it. So I watched it this weekend. I had mentioned it to my son, and then my father-in-law was over, and they wound up watching it. And then I started to watch it yesterday, and I was kind of really sorry that I recommended it for a 13-year-old boy. It's pretty explicit.
Oh.
I mean, it's, there's one scene.
Sexy?
There's one scene where John Cena's railing this chick over a sink, and it shows everything. And you're like,
Oh, my.
yeah.
You told Cannon to watch that?
We see it's John Cena's.
Yeah, it was. And even my wife at one point, because I was watching it without him, and she was off doing something else. She had to go do her little tutoring thing. She came home, and I was still watching. She's like, this show's really vulgar. I'm like, yeah, it kind of is. I'm like, I kind of still want to see what's going on. Peter Gunn, I think, is his name.
Okay.
I guess what do you expect with a guy with the name Peter Gunn?
That's always so uncomfortable. I remember I brought over Jerry Maguire to it was my best friend back in high school, and we watched Jerry Maguire. It was me, him, and his mom. And I completely forgot about the part where Tom Cruise and Kelly Preston are having sex, and it's a part where she's on top of him going, "Never stop fucking me," and she's riding him. And I remember I felt so awkward because I was only, I think, 18 or 19 at the time.
Yeah.
And his mom was hot. It was just it was a weird place to be in.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of it. So, if you were me, I know we're all set differently, but yeah, sitting down and watching that with your 13-year-old son, I'd have been like, nah, if I'd known. It was just, there was enough of it. So, but it's okay. There's some amusing parts.
Panda was watching Step Brothers because Rocco loves that movie. But there's a sex scene in Step Brothers.
Oh yeah, the bathroom scene.
Yes, the bathroom scene. I forgot about it, and then I looked up. I'm like, ugh, should Rocco be watching this? I don't feel right.
Well, if you were a kid that grew up in the 80s like myself and always had HBO around, you're hard pressed to not find a titty walking around a corner every now and then.
Yeah, it is a lot, and you look around, and so I thought, hey, it's like a superhero kind of thing, and it's John Cena. My son was a big John Cena fan. That was his favorite wrestler, so I'm like, this would be perfect for him. It was James Gunn. Sorry, James Gunn's the one who was the creator. But yeah, it's I guess it's entertaining if you like that genre, but it is, as my wife said, that's a little vulgar.
I caught up on Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother over the weekend.
Who gives a fuck?
You don't like it?
I'm over Big Brother.
I like it because I'm liking watching these celebrities that we all know about. Like, I kind of have a lot more respect for Chris Kirkpatrick than I ever did before.
Oh, really?
And it's funny.
He's actually playing the game really well.
And it's funny, hearing you say that makes me have less respect for you. So I guess it's all kind of full circle.
Oh, everybody, look, it's my Valentine's dick friend. You used to love Big Brother. Where's that Jay Bird?
I'll tell you, they kill. It's just like all this other shit that I don't like. It changes. And I get things change. And yeah, I don't like things that change that are not for the better. I think Big Brother got too soft. I don't like a game that's based on cheating and lying and all that shit. And then you get called. It's allowed in the rules, and then it gets called out. And Celebrity Big Brother or Celebrity anything is horse shit. It's 2 weeks long or 4 weeks long. It's short down. They don't give a fuck. They're getting paid. Fuck that. Virginia's wrong again.
Wrong again.
I could not disagree with you more. I think it's awesome.
Hashtag wrong again.
No, I just think it got too soft.
I love that Chris Kattan wanted to go home and they kept him in the house. He basically made a speech asking to be sent home, and they're like, nope.
Yeah, at that point, he's just he's a captive, right?
Then he quit.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
spoiler alert, sorry.
All right. Some people are saying check out Euphoria. It's got Zendaya in it. She had a Super Bowl commercial last night, so yeah, maybe I'll check that out. I think that's an HBO series as well. Let me see other stuff that we got here. Amy had said, yeah, I was cruising through the channels and I thought I saw Kev's doppelganger at a bowling championship. That seems about right. I think there's a lot of people that look like me who bowl.
You got a bowling face.
Yeah, now I got a bowling doppelganger. Yeah, that was one of the Super Bowl commercials. Did you see that last night? In fact, that was the one thing that was kind of interesting. They had the bowling commercials where they had some celebrities at a bowling alley. They were in there, and then Serena Williams walks in. It was kind of interesting because you had Serena Williams. She walks in one of the commercials, Palm Beach County resident, and then at the beginning of the commercial was Brooks Koepka. He went to Cardinal Newman High School. He's a Palm Beach. Yeah, so he had two Palm Beach County residents in one of the Super Bowl commercials last night. So that was interesting for that reason. Let me see here. Other stuff we got going on. Somebody said, sent this meme. Once a year, the people of Walmart meet for a convention. They call it the the Florida State Fair. That's starting on February 10th. There you go. They want to know, are we going to be going to the fair? I have never been to the Florida State Fair. Have you been?
Where's that?
It's in Tampa. It's off I-4. It's real close to the Hard Rock there that they have there.
Seems like a really good way to get a cold and assaulted.
I'm not going to be going, no.
Okay, yeah. I've never done
I had fun. I did the South Florida Fair.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious if anybody's done South Florida Fair and the Florida State Fair. Which one is better? I thought Florida State might be a bit bigger, but I'm not sure.
I thought I heard that. I might be speaking out of school. I thought it wasn't. I thought there was hype around it, but it's not. There's nothing much to it. Is that the same place I'm thinking of?
Yeah, I mean it's the one I guess that we're supposed to have. That's supposed to be our official state fair. Is the Florida State Fair?
Never been to that fucking thing. I've heard.
Yeah, but because it's Tampa and which is so weird because they got the University of South Florida in Tampa, and if you live in South Florida, you're going, that doesn't feel like South Florida to me.
No, it's not.
If we're going to Tampa, we're going there to get some bush.
Yeah,
Gardens,
we want to
that
go to
is.
Busch Gardens.
Okay. Yeah.
It looks fun.
Another email here, Lane. It said, a longtime listener, I was listening to your conversation about Bob Saget hitting his head, and my family had an experience where my dad got hit from behind by another beginner skier who lost control while going down the mountain. They were both wearing helmets, and while he said it rung his bell pretty badly, he didn't think anything of it. And a month later, I visited him for another ski trip, and he hadn't been feeling great. So over the month, he went to 2 different doctors. Both said he had a sinus infection, gave him medication. And then when I saw him skiing, he was falling down staircases, acting strange.
Oh, no.
Couldn't even get down the mountain without falling. And he is an incredible skier, possibly the best I've ever seen. For him to be falling off the chairlift and all that stuff, it was just really weird. And my brother and I literally said to each other, Dad is getting old fast. And I didn't know that he had had that accident a month prior. And then 2 months after that, apparently he had a issue. Mom called and said he was in the emergency room with a brain hemorrhage.
Oh,
they had to cut his skull open and drain the blood that had been bleeding from his brain.
Is he okay?
Yeah, it sounds like okay is the verdict now. He made a full
Wow.
recovery, but he was still lucky he made it. Many people die from brain bleeds, and I've since become an advocate, and I literally scream at people to get checked out if they hit their head.
Is he back to not being a shitty skier?
Sounds like everything's good. Sounds like he got everything back to normal, but it was a weird thing, and he was lucky that they were, I guess, able to catch it. Could have been a lot worse. And, you got the Bob Saget story.
Which I thought was suspect when I read it, but then again, what the fuck do I know?
Well, for him to, where we thought that it was one thing that had taken him out, and then there were a couple interesting things, and he had the skull fractures. Apparently a fall had happened. He fell, hit the back of his head, thought nothing of it, apparently, is what the family had said, went to bed, and then just didn't wake up. They had said that he had COVID at the time, too. That was part of the autopsy.
Wow.
And now the latest thing that is out, at least according to News Hub, this is the one article.
I've seen it, Kev. I've seen it on many different publications.
This is the source of it. It says experts question Bob Saget's cause of death as autopsy reveals trauma consistent with taking a baseball bat to the head.
Ooh.
That would be really tough to do if you were hitting your head on a headboard.
He had fractured several places in his skull as well as the bones in his eye socket and had bleeding across both sides of his brain.
Whoa. It sounds so intense for a headboard.
Is it possible that somebody did this to him? I'm just asking the question.
Murder?
Look.
I know you love murder.
I don't love murder. But,
Not for poor Danny Tanner.
well, how do you read that and not say, all right, did something weird go askew or awry here?
Yeah, the only thing they're saying is that, the fact that he could shrug off such an injury as this doesn't kind of quite add up unless just the blow itself had him disoriented and he thought, I just need to lay down because, my goodness, this rung my bell. Maybe not thinking or wanting to alarm anybody, not thinking significant trauma. But, I mean, my gosh, if you had the equivalent of a baseball head to the skull.
But, I mean, I would imagine, too, they checked cameras and all that stuff if there was head trauma.
Yeah, I would think, and also key cards and things of the such that, there would be a way, and I'm sure they might want to just rally back to that to say, okay, what could have possibly happened?
I think they did
because
they know exactly when he used his key card to get into the room. It was like 2 a.m. or something.
Okay.
And they've said that. So I'm sure they looked at the cameras and they would have said, oh, we saw a man with a baseball bat clock the shit out of him.
Yeah. The head of neurosurgery at Houston Methodist said that this is something I find with someone with a baseball bat to the head or who has fallen from 20 or 30 feet.
What?
I'm saying, man, I read that and I thought that was odd.
And they said that the fracture of the orbit would have caused significant pain.
What I'm thinking is, could somebody have hit him and then placed him in the bed?
Well, you would have seen that person coming or going from the hotel room.
That's why I was asking I'm sure they did, right?
I assume they did.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be, if they start looking into it further, it could get interesting. But as is right now, it just seems like he took one heck of a shot to the head. And for whatever reason, just thought, oh my gosh, and was disoriented, thought, I just need to lay down. I'm dizzy or I feel, or maybe passed out.
What he was
I don't know,
staying.
maybe he was able to just get himself into the bed and thought, oh my gosh.
He was staying at a Ritz-Carlton. You can bet they have cameras all over that place. I would like to see the video of him coming back to the hotel, going up in the elevator, walking down the hall to his room. If he was alone, I think you can rule out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have any kind of suspicions until I read the whole thing about the baseball bat and falling 2 stories.
Yeah, I guess it just goes to show you that when you take a fall to that level, the significance of how hard of a hit you could take to the head. I mean, even the comedian who we played the clip of the other day that passed out on stage, and the way she fell and hit her head. That you can do that.
Yeah.
That you can go down a certain way that is like falling from 20 to 30 feet or taking a baseball bat to the head. Because if your legs just give out and you go straight down and you land on your head, I guess I could see how that would be the same significance as being hit by a baseball bat.
Totally.
Yeah, and then that was the one question I had too. KR in the chat room said, yeah, wouldn't there be a lot of blood? Well, I kind of thought that too.
I don't think they're saying it is a baseball bat. They're saying it's something.
No. I'm just saying that if you hit your head, would your head not bleed? And I guess maybe not always. It could be internal bleeding that happened if it doesn't break the skin. Or maybe it wasn't as bad. I don't know, because, yeah, you would think if you had significant bleeding from your head, you go, but there's been several times, and both times I think I was hammered, where I cracked my head good. And one time should have gotten stitches, and the other time still have a scar on the back of my head.
I can't tell you how many
Back
times
of my head. I fell off a balcony.
I had stitches in my head. My brother threw a rock and meant to hit the fence and kind of a little short. Hit my head instead.
Ooh.
From a great distance.
A rock?
Pretty big size. Yeah.
So there you go.
That's why I'm so tough now, though, Virginia.
Yeah, but that is a good point, that if anybody ever takes a shot like that, get yourself to a doctor. Oof.
Hold on, Virginia. Sorry, Kev. Virginia had a snot rocket in the microphone again.
Ugh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
I thought I turned my mic off.
Oh, no. I think you just turned it up.
I did.
Snotty too hotty over here.
Amplify that a little bit. I got an email here from Sarah. She said, I was listening to the STF today and wanted to let you know that while Jeff Bezos does some crazy money spending, he also just donated $5 million to adopt a family of the Palm Beaches. My son's father works for them. He's not a total douche. Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, Bezos may not be a douche at all. We were just talking about, because his ex-wife is only getting headlines for her philanthropy work. And I was talking about her opening up a school for underprivileged children at FAU. That seemed like quite but you don't have the stories of her also buying the world's largest yacht. So it sounds like he is also doing some really good stuff with his money, but the one that gets headlines is when you buy a yacht so big that they have to tear down a bridge to get it through and then reassemble the bridge, and you got that kind of money to do that, then that grabs attention.
And that bridge was built 3,000 years ago.
Yeah, it's like a historical landmark bridge.
Yeah.
How do you even do that?
Yeah, so that stands out. But, it is kind of fascinating.
And when you have that much money, you have to make charitable donations. That is just how it is. You can't have just all that money and no charitable donations for your taxes, for tax purposes.
Sure, yeah. But, it's just cash. You can do whatever you want, I guess.
I'm going to go ahead and the whole mo money, mo problems, that's bullshit. Not if you got a good head on your shoulders. Got a good head on your shoulders. That's actually mo money.
Mo fun.
Mo fun. And I'm enjoying my life right now.
Yeah.
No stress.
If you have a fucking good head on your shoulders, yes.
You don't have to worry that the price of bacon's going up.
You're not buying 19 rare raccoons from, wherever rare raccoons come from.
Yeah. No, you're right. I was just eavesdropping. I went to a kid's birthday party over the weekend, and
oh yeah, you had a fancy party.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was nice. It was very impressive. The house is amazing. It was right on the ocean, and
so this is their real house or their party house?
Got to go to the real house.
Oh,
yeah. So I got to see that.
How many houses in from the beginning was it?
You go down a little lane. It was kind of interesting because, when you try to find the road they're on, they don't put any signs on it. And I was like, well, that would be inconvenient. But I guess it's just like, if you know, you know.
Damn, that's pretentious.
Yeah, there's no street signs on anything. So it does make it a little challenge to kind of find where you're going.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah, so we went there, and the house was on the ocean. And I'm just like, because I just want to hear what do these people do? I'm kind of curious. And I'm like, so what does that guy do? And she's like, oh, he started GameStop. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh,
I'm like,
fancy.
Have you ever heard of that where they do the
Yeah.
video game stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so what does that guy do? And so I'm over there kind of like listening. He's like, we started $3 billion, but then we've got the fund up to $20 billion. I'm like, gosh, man, just listen to the
He invented the clit claw. It's the new vibrator. $1 billion industry.
Clit claw. I don't know if I want anything called the claw on my clit.
I have a feeling that might not sell well.
Sounds a little intense.
Yeah.
It's a niche market.
Rip that thing wide open.
It's not my
It
best
sounds
work.
like you'd have a ton of lawsuits.
He would be sued.
We just shredded our thousandth vagina.
The clit claw is really not. It's not taking off, guys.
No, I think if you did that, you'd be folding shirts with your dad at Walmart.
My dad's not even getting paid for it.
You wouldn't either. Yeah, it was nice. I'll tell you all about it later, Virginia. But yeah, you're right. When it comes to the money and what they do, yeah, they seem to have a good bit of time, a good bit of fun.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate it. Let me see. You got people in Vero Beach saying, man, y'all in South Florida are sending the people playing the instruments, fake instruments, trying to get money up here. Keep your lunatics down there.
I sent Kevin a video.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
They were at my Publix, and I recorded one, but I didn't want to go up. And it was a woman by herself, okay? And I'm a dude by myself. Now I'm confronting her I didn't feel comfortable.
It's aggressive.
I felt like it was aggressive.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it, but then I felt like I blew it. Then I had a chance to get that interview I wanted. But let me tell you.
You got to do it, dude.
She wanted nothing to do with me because I was filming from a distance. I'm like, hey, I love your music. And she gave me an eye roll and then started playing fake-ass violin the other way.
Wow.
And it was some fake-ass violin.
She was faking it.
It was yep, it was a fav.
The person that I saw at the Palm Beach outlets, they would, it was kind of almost maybe like part of the Super Bowl last night, where the song's playing, but then they start playing a little bit over it.
Backing track.
Yeah, backing track, and then they're kind of playing a little bit on it, and then they stop for a while, and then they play a little bit more of it.
50 Cent definitely had a backing track.
Yeah.
It was so weird because I was nowhere near the music, and I'm putting my groceries up in my car, and I hear shitty, loud covers, violin style of RMF music. And I go, it sounds...
That's the one.
I go, that sounds odd and weird. I go, that's the shitty violin. I know it is. And it sure as fuck it was.
Did they have a crappy sign?
They had a sign, very long. It was very good looking woman, by the way.
Okay,
Really?
that'll help.
Yeah, she was good looking.
I'm surprised.
And she was by herself, but they had the whole thing. Family, fucking distraught, down and out, Earth hates me, like the whole fucking thing.
Okay.
And not nailing her marks.
She was faking it poorly.
So poorly.
Heather sent an email. She said, I can't say it enough how much I love Jaybird's jingles. And the Do It Bitch one, OMG, so catchy, and I love the beat. I think he could make a fortune off of this, and I would love to get him started. I have a photo, video, and photo booth company, and would love for Jason to write a jingle for my company that you guys could get sponsors to maybe pay more for a Jason jingle. I know I would. Let me know what you think. I think he's a busy man, but I am in no rush.
We've done this. Yeah, he actually has been hired by clients here at the station to make jingles.
I'd rather just do it for free, not get any kind of money out of it. More work, less money. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It's the KVJ way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
send me an email.
Okay. And Nicole said, long-time loyal listeners, just want to let you know that I saw a skit that Jimmy Kimmel did on Friday where he had 3 people on Hollywood Boulevard, and he was trying to guess which one was high. He asked questions to try to figure it out. I was mad and changed the channel. You guys are being ripped off. Yeah, well,
What is it? You said Fallon?
Kimmel.
Kimmel? That's all
Kimmel's
fucking the
the-
same, isn't it?
Yeah. Everybody borrows.
Yeah.
The Fallon, though, Fallon, they do a thing that really irritates a lot of people. Jimmy Fallon acts like it's all off the cuff, and anybody with a brain knows that this is all
Scripted.
It's all scripted, but they still try to sell it like it's I can't believe Ariana Grande just thought of that. No, it's scripted. We know Jimmy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And it rubs people the wrong way, Virginia.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's... I think the only one that ever really bothered me like that was going all the way back, Virginia. Remember when we did the boy band thing?
Yes.
And I had a guy that I was talking to at the time. He was in New York, and we would share ideas. And I told him about I put together like a boy band. I'm like, because you do a casting for this character and that character, and we did it on the radio, and we got some article stuff here. And then they came out of the show called Making the Band. And I saw he was one of the contributors on it. And I'm like...
He took your idea, sold it to a major network.
Yeah.
And made all the money off of your idea.
I was a little salty on that one. That one I was like, all right, fucker, if you're going to start making money, then...
Making the Band.
Yeah, Making the Band.
And they made O-Town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That was
one.
Kevin's idea that he literally gave to that guy, that show's creator.
Yeah. There's so much stuff, and I look back at my career that I've done so wrong.
Would you want to just come over to my house? We can make some jingles and not make any money on it?
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. You're right. It's the KVJ way. I started that trend. Come up with ideas, give it to somebody else, have them make the money on it. Jay Bird does all the creative work. People just take it. Yeah.
Fuck money, bro.
Yeah. That's actually been our motto in life.
When you make money, you sell out, right?
We've worked really hard to not make good money.
No one can say we're sellouts.
No, that's true. Not at all. Let's see here. Got some other nice emails here. Wanted to give somebody some well wishes, including Morgan. She'd sent us a couple of emails. She's been a loyal listener since about 6th grade. Just had her 31st birthday. And she had a nasty break. I think it was her femur here.
Ooh.
She's been kind of like cooped up and haven't been able to see her adorable daughter. You can see right there. There's a photo of her, and there's a photo on the back. And so she said, you guys have been kind of keeping me sane. You're my outlet. So you're my friends, and I feel semi-normal listening to you guys. So keep a smile on my face. So I'm glad that we can be there as you go through these tough times. And also got an email from Nathan. Said, I love the show and the ATS podcast. There is at least one fan in Northwest Georgia near Chattanooga, Tennessee. Love that area.
All right.
Still behind on the show by 3 months, but I'm slowly catching up.
Oh, boy, yeah. Spoiler alert, Virginia gets crazier.
Yes. Just wait. So there you go. So thank you guys for listening and being here. For all your emails, you can always send them to us, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com.
We want to thank our friends. Sorry, I'm on a brain delay.
Somebody, don't mind
Super
my
Bowl,
friend.
bruh.
You both are totally fucked today.
I'm on Mucinex.
I'm hungover.
I'm on something.
Our friends at Atoll Vodka are awesome. I was actually letting everybody sample the Atoll yesterday at my Super Bowl party. Everybody loved it. You'll love it too. Grab some for yourself at mashandgrape.com.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.